Alrighty, guys. Welcome back. It's been a minute since both of us have been on. But
Yes, sir. This is the live reality Rift. Welcome back to the channel. And we've done some upgrades, got some new things. Ethan's ready to show you what he's pulled.
yeah, when I was running solo, you guys saw it, but I'll show it to everyone here today. So I pulled this from my crazy packs that I won from my locals. And I really wanted to open it up with Daniel, but Daniel was busy with life.
Yeah, so super busy with life. And, but yeah, he showed me that the other day and I was just like, crazy
good. Currently 350.
Yeah. So right now, we got two boxes in front of us, one in front of me, one in front of Ethan.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do an unboxing. This is the new set for Unleashed.
And these. Yeah, it's a new set. It's called Unleashed. It's bringing in the jungle aspect and the ganking aspect of League of Legends. So a lot of junglers, some mid laners, and then
I didn't even know that.
and then Pike. Yeah, that's why the jungle monsters in here with red buff, blue buff, Elder Dragon, and Rift Herald.
Yeah, so a lot of new things with this guy, and I enjoyed a lot. At least doing the pre-release, I really enjoyed it. Last time, I think we went live last time too, and we were just talking a little bit about the stories about what happened with essentially what came about on those pre-releases. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. How'd you want to do this?
We can. I guess we can slow roll like the first couple, just to see like what the good commons are. Whenever we pull the good commons, or whenever we pull something great, that we can just talk about how good it is in certain decks or in whatever meta it is here.
I dig it.
All right, guys. So starting from the right side of the box, we got Smite. One way to get through Death Kneel. So if you're red, you really want to do that if you're playing against LeBlanc, because with Sydney, LeBlanc is very prevalent. We got Monch here. Just another version of Cruel Patron, but instead of killing a guy, you have to stun a guy to get the discount. People thought it was going to be really good in LeBlanc, but predicting doesn't really help much as much as drawing into your cards. So Dramatic Visionary is not the greatest right now, even though it was designed to help with LeBlanc. Some people call it a mana dork, just a guy that gives you energy like my Lux. Bewitching Spirit, really good card in hand control, so especially in Pike, in any purple deck, because of what's it called? Because you can run Pack of Wonders to keep bouncing back to your hand, so that it's a very cheap way to make your opponent discard cards, even though you don't get to choose. It's just depriving them of resources is really good. It's really good. Haven't seen this played a lot. Just kill a guy with three mana or less. At a battlefield only. And then this guy, not really seen much at all besides maybe some XP decks, but not the greatest. Sprite Fountain, really good in aggro Ornn and Lilia. Really awesome.
Yeah, I like that one. I actually do.
It makes blue more aggro, which is really what blue has been missing. And then crowd favorite, just a 3-drop that can buff itself and hunt, but I think it's not the greatest. Really good battlefield if you're trying to do XP. Guardians of the Becoming. Just have lots of guys, tap them to get more XP. And then really get in LeBlanc, Ruined Rex, Death Neo, deal 4 to enemy unit anywhere. So it's just 4 damage anywhere, which is really good. Oh, we got a Master Yi. Wait, what's this? This is a Ruined Rex foil.
Oh.
Ruined Rex foil. Yeah, this is a foil, alright. So I'll put it over here. Master Yi and
oh, nice.
Look at that.
Actually,
look at that.
I've been
Look
waiting
at a signature
for us to
spell. Very nice.
Yeah.
The top right of the box, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure why yours is bouncing back and forth, Piapo, but
Yeah.
I auto
Fixed it.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that might help you too. So I pulled a Dramatic Visionary as well. Same things as Ethan has been saying. Mischievous Mirai. This one, when you play me to battlefield, do 2 to an enemy unit there. This is again kind of like the whole red ambush. Different variation on it. You can hide this time instead of actually having the ambush tag. I think it's all right. There's better ones out there. There's reaction here. Combat experience. I think that this is really good. It plays super well into the hunt mechanic. And then Sprite Burst, again, to what Ethan was talking about earlier. There was a lot of aggro cards. This plays well into what he pulled earlier, the Sprite Fountain. We played a couple of games where Ethan changed his Lux deck, and it's really annoying to go up against those things, honestly.
The Sprite Burst is really strong indeed.
Yeah. But we got Tangronian Visionary. Nothing super special, just gets super strong once you get a lot of hunt, a lot of XP. Vicious Snapjaws, another friendly unit dies, gain 1 XP. This is pretty good. Kill a unit at a battlefield 3 or less, another version of the call. Here's the crowd favorite, kind of what Ethan mentioned. Nothing too great there. We pulled the Gardens of Becoming. Yeti Brawler, when I conquer you, I assign 3 more excess damage. Or if you assign 3 more excess damage, then you get 2 gold tokens. This is pretty nice. I don't typically like cards like this because you never know if you're actually going to overkill. So you're gonna have to overcommit on it. Where did I put my red? I did not make it. Do this. Cool. So we have a foiled Lunar Boon. This card I'm on the fence about. This card draw 2. I'm on the fence about this one because of the mana cost, but it makes sense. Draw 2 is already
so
on
good.
average. Yeah, on average it's 3 or above already, so it makes sense that this is also 3 cost, but no power because you have to discard a card. So you're already sacrificing something, but it's pretty good. Then we have Evelyn. Evelyn, this was annoying. Played against this in TCG Arena with Ethan. But yeah, basically backline. When you play me from face down, you can pull somebody into you. That's her charm. If you ever played her in League of Legends, she comes out of invisibility and then charms you away. And then an Ivern.
Okay.
Nothing too harmful. Nothing too great there.
All right, for me, we got Towering Power Frat. Just a guy that becomes ready whenever a unit died this turn. So pretty good if you're running temporaries, or if you kill your opponent first, or sacrifice something so that you can make this guy fast. With Assault 1, it's pretty good. Combat experience. My experience with this card is that usually when you have it, you're never at the level 6 mark. And then when you do get it, you don't really care for the +3. You want other things. So, it's really tough to say if that card's any good or not. Eclipse, really good card. It's basically Smokescreen without having to pay the power, and you get to predict. So it's so good. Just honestly better than Smokescreen. But I guess if you want multiples multiple -4s, then you have six. You can have six up to 6 copies. And then isolate, just you can move a guy off of a battlefield to its base, and then if there's a guy at the battlefield by itself, you get a draw card. Really good in Kha'Zix. Just really good in general. Just moving stuff off of battlefields, because a lot of people are trying to hold. And then Crimson Pigeons, just another doggo from Spirit Forged. Just I have +2 when I'm attacking with something else. Grim Resolve +3, and then gain 2 XP whenever you win a fight. Really good if you're running the XP for just 2 energy. I think it's really good. And then we got Vicious Snapjaws. Whenever another friendly unit dies, you gain XP. We got another Yeti Brawler, like they had over there. Get gold if you kill over 3. Deal over 3. This is really good. I think this is underutilized right now because of just needing more testing. But I do think this is a really good card. It's just a free -2 for anything, and then if you run this with Pack of Wonders, you can always reset this. It's so good. I think it's really good. I don't know if it's good, but I think it's gonna be great. And then this Trevor Snooze Bottom, really good. I think this has lots of potential.
I like this guy.
When he holds, he just spawns a ready sprite. It's just so good, so crazy. And then, like, if you somehow can give it ganking, you can make that sprite go over to the other battlefield. Or if you have the blue LeBlanc that says that temporaries don't die, you just get free guys every time you hold, which is really good. Okay, we got a foil double trouble, not bad. And then we get corrupt conscription. You may spend 5 XP for additional cost. You choose an enemy at a battlefield with 3 might or less. If you paid the additional cost, you can just choose any guy instead of just a 3 might or less. And you take control of it, exhaust it, and recall it to your base. Really good card. I do think there's lots of potential in here. It's just really hard to get to 5 XP in the purple decks.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we got Diana, and we got a brush token. So these are new tokens. There's lots of new tokens in this one. You got brush. There's Baron Nashor. There's lots of more. We'll show you guys more when we get to them.
Yeah. This is Moonlight Affliction. This is kind of like the nuke debuff. Basically, you -10 to a unit there. And it's a reaction speed, so it's really nice. Actually, let me hold it like this. So, Revna, this one I do like, especially with the new gen. There's a lot of new spells that cost 4 and above, or the repeat cost. So it's not like it's like if you spent 4 or more for the duration of your turn, not on a particular.
No, it has to be on a particular spell.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, you can't like you said, if you have like a repeat that's like that goes up to 4, then that works. But like if you play like discipline, then it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so yeah, exactly. Soul Sword, I do like this. It's one of those sneaky things that like just gets an extra attack whenever you don't focus on it. So like, I do like it. Crimson Pigeons, talked about that earlier. Damacian Diplomat, when you play me, not pretty basic. When you play it, you get 1 XP. Orange has the best XP cards in terms of ramping up, I would say.
I agree.
Orange and green, but orange is number 1 in my opinion. Lonely Poro, if I didn't die alone, draw 1. So this is kind of good. I don't know. It's hard to say. Amateur Recital, I do like this field a lot actually. When you hold here, you may move a unit from any battlefield to its base, and I just think there's so much utility in it. So
I think it's going to be really strong.
Yeah. Undying Loyalty. This costs 2 less if you choose a bird, cat, or dog, or Poro. play a unit with no more than 2 and no more than 1 power from your trash, ignoring its cost. So this is pretty nice. I don't play Ivern. Yeah, so I don't play Ivern. I haven't played Ivern yet, so I don't really know how strong it is. Sprite Fountain, we talked about that earlier. Combat experience.
A foil combat experience.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's foil.
Oh, dang. I didn't even notice. All right. And a foiled sacrifice. I do like this.
It's a rare.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. You're right. So I do like sacrifice just because I think it plays nicely into the whole temporary game that we got going on, but also like it gives yellow some draw power, which yellow just needs a lot.
I agree. And Sunworks map.
Yeah, this one I do like too. When an opponent draws or scores draw 1. So this is kind of like helps stall out the game kind of deal.
Well, it doesn't really
like
stall out the game. It just like
it just punishes people's aggro play, you know?
I guess it's like you something to do. You get to draw basically 2 for 2, basically, or 1. That's how I see it. It's like you get to draw 1 for sure, because you can, I guess, on a temporary, or when you're ending your turn and you know your opponent's holding, you can just play this right here, and then if they want to give you another draw, then they will give you another draw if they try to conquer your other battlefield.
Yes.
So the way I see it is Sunworks map just replaces itself. So if you don't have anything, it's just a dead card, and it's a dead card in deck, so that you have easier time to get to the good cards in your deck.
I guess.
It just filters through your deck.
I don't necessarily see it that way.
That's how I see it, at least.
Yeah, I think it's a way to punish aggro players that are getting further ahead than you.
We got Vault Breaker. Speaking of aggro, Assault 2 and Ganking. Really good card. Really good card in red. Skyward Strike. Move an enemy unit if you have level 6. You stun that unit as well.
Yeah, I like that card a lot.
It's really good. It's a stronger version of Charm. Basically an extra copy of Charm, like Eclipse's extra copy of Smokescreen. We got Ice Veil Archer. When I attack, you may pay 1 to make a unit -1 this turn. And then Prepared Neophyte. This guy was specifically designed for Jin or any spell slinger that's in red. If you spell 4 or more on a spell this turn, this guy gets +4. This is not repeatable. This only happens once. Pretty sure. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think this is repeatable.
Yeah,
I don't think you can stack this the way that Raven Bloom works.
I don't know. We'll see.
But we'll do Black Rose Dignitary, another copy of what's it called? Of the Soaring Scout. Basically, a stronger version of Soaring Scout. You can't play it turn 1, but has more might and it has assault. Yeah. Really good.
Yeah,
really good into the Blanc deck. Voracious Gromp. We were just talking about how Orange has the best like XP mechanics in the world. So this is your big guy that gives you XP. And then speaking of XP, Mr. Root. Mr. Root, whenever he has Accelerate, and whenever he moves into a battlefield, you get 2 XP.
Yeah, man.
We got Ripper's Bay. This battlefield is designed for bouncing units.
Yeah.
So it's for mainly for Pike, but like for other things, like if you bounce stuff with Pack of Wonders in any purple deck, then this will be really good for you. Because those decks usually be running some power heavy decks. You got Willy Newtfish. Whenever you gain XP, get +1 and you get ganking. And then we got Starhounds. Basically bring a bird, cat, dog, or a Poro from trash to your hand. really good whenever you have key stuff in the trash that you want to bring back. Okay, we got at least 3 rares in here. We got a Katarina. When you had a card ready me, when you play a card from face down, deal 2 to an enemy unit. And this is anywhere. So this is pretty good if you're trying to go for the hide mechanics. But I haven't really seen this work out. I haven't seen this in play.
Yeah, I feel like Katarina is not. She's not it. Not right now, at least.
Yeah, not right now. I got Jen.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Jen. So whenever you play a spell that costs 4 or more, you banish it. And when you have four spells in the banish pile, you can you channel 4 runes and you draw a card. So really, Jen is basically you want to go big spells, that big power heavy spells, so that eventually you don't have to worry about runes because you'll get it back eventually. So this incentivizes you to play heavier spell decks. But I think the payoff's like a little bit slow. I have Expedience. And we got a Diana. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Basically a bigger version of Ravenbloom Student. With Ambush. It costs us a power, which is a little sad, but like it makes sense because of the ambush text. And then whenever you play a spell, gain 2 might this turn instead of 1. Really good. This is considered a hit. And we get a rune.
Yeah. So we're on to Vault Breaker. That's what we got here. Shadow Watcher. This is really nice into like the Trevor card that we showed earlier, where you can spawn temporary things. So as things die, you can play this. And he enters ready. Rune directs. Saw that earlier. Arena Kingpin. I do like Arena Kingpin. Just because he enters ready, and then you can always just tap him. You don't have to actually put him into the field. So he's kind of like a dark heart of ice, basically, but in uniform. Hunter's Machete. This is the new item in orange. Gives you hunt. Gives you +2. Mega Tusk. You can spend 3 XP in order to give all your units ganking at this particular unit battlefield. Really good if you're doing a holding strategy for sure. Crimson Pigeons. The list is a way for you to do kind of like a global debuff on a particular tag. So if you run 3 of these,
it's not a global debuff. It's just a debuff.
Yeah. It's not.
It's just only to a certain tag.
Yeah, to a certain tag for the turn, but I would say it's a global debuff basically for a turn. Every unit.
No, it's
or
just
give
a
unit.
unit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's not that OP, bro.
Yeah, never mind. But yeah, Trevor, Snooze Bottom. There we go. We have Ripper's Bay. Ethan was just showing us this one. Then we have Forgotten Signpost foiled. I do like this card. So this card basically is
fight or flight.
Yeah, it's fight or flight for green.
Action speed.
Yeah, action speed for green, which is nice.
Action speed flash. That's how you see it.
It plays nicely into Yasuo decks, in my opinion. So I'm trying to see how I can play that into him. Then we got a Poppy. Poppy, when you hold, gain 1 XP, spend 3 XP to draw a card. Can be really good if you... I don't know. Maybe there's some hidden power here because, like what we said, orange has a lot of hunt cards, and maybe you could machine gun through your deck. You know.
Well, currently, what people have been doing with that is just running Dazzling Aurora and Vanguard Armory with Poppy. So like Vanguard Armories, so Dazzling Auroras, Elder Dragon, Rift Herald, Otacon.
Yeah, so all the big guys.
Yeah, all the big guys, and then if you don't find Dazzling Aurora, then you just hope you find
Vanguard?
Yeah, Vanguard. So you have dudes and then like you do like the standard orange, you ramp yourself up, and then with sacrifice you can also ramp yourself up.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. But Poppy, she's the middle of the pack, if anything, on the lower end of the spectrum.
I think so too.
And then we have a determined sentry. Can't move to base. I don't know why this is an epic, but like,
Oh, it's a rare.
I mean, yeah, I don't. But
The reason behind it is just because it'd be harder to find. It's the first 1-drop unit. That's why it's a rare.
Sure.
It's the first 1-drop unit.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. XP tracker. That's for XP.
And then, would you like to put YouTube on in front instead of the? Since we already got it over here, you know, just in case. But we got the Herald of Spring. He has Hunt 1, and then when you play this guy, you get 2 XP right away. So if you need the XP, do that. Moonlight Affliction, -10, really good. Not good against Baron because you can't touch Baron, but really get into everything else. But it can get not so fast. It can get a lot of things. So I feel like it's gonna be rough trying to use this one. And then Upstage Comedy, just ready a unit and then has repeat. I guess it's okay if you really need it. Like, it's like you only ever really need it in clutch situations. But would you rather want this, or would you rather want another card?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
It's like
I feel the same way.
I see situations where it's good, but like, and situation does happen all the time. But that's usually at the end of the game. Mm-hmm. And like, you don't like, it's really tough to justify putting that in your deck when there's other things that might help you. And then we got Scrutinizing Sergeant. When you play me, you get 1 XP for every other unit you have. Concentrate, really get orange. Yeah. Really get an orange XP. If you get to 11 XP, this costs only 1 energy to draw 2. Really good and orange that suffers with draw power. We got Mega Tusk, really good card for XP deck. Is spend 3 XP, give all units here ganking. Really good. So that way you can just swing in with all your guys that you held with. Heroic Charge, another great card. Really good card in Leona, I think.
Like this one.
Really good card in Leona. Another great way to get stun. Where stun was so, like, it was not prevalent at all in the last set. There's only 1 card that gave you stun last set, which was Dwonk. But this set, you get like 10 cards that give you stun.
Yeah, stun is
so I do think
everywhere.
Leona is on the rise. We just need to find a good deck for her.
Yeah, I agree.
Heroic Charge is probably one of the ways you're going to do it, because it's basically on guard and stun. So good. And then Soul Shepherd. +1 to tokens. I don't know how this is gonna work out. I think eventually this might be good, but right now it's okay.
Yeah.
It's like easy ways to get to deal with it. And then we got a shiny Forbidding Waste. A foil Forbidding Waste. We got whenever unit here is defending here alone, -2. So counters against Master Yi, and also really good in Kha'Zix because purple Kha'Zix gives you +2 when you're fighting something alone, and this -2 when they're defending alone. So really good in that. We got. Oh, is this not a foil? This is just a regular.
It's not a foil.
And then we got a regular Enthralling Protector. And then we got Hunt Yellow. Yellow has some XP stuff, so we gotta give it some type of hunt unit. And then spend 2 XP, buff me. That's okay. Yellow doesn't really do a lot of XP.
Yeah.
It's very niche. Speaking of yellow and XP, this guy is the other XP that you use. You spend 3 XP for additional cost to play me. And then when you play me, each player must kill 1 of their units. If you paid an additional cost, you don't kill a unit this way. Basically, it's a unit that has Cold a week.
Mm-hmm.
This is a must have in the sideboard at the least. I do think it's worth main decking this because of how much green and how much counterspell there is now. You cannot counter this guy. There is no card that counters playing units. So this is your for sure way of getting rid of big stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, and then we got Smoke and Mirrors. I haven't seen this card in a while. I don't really use it, but I think it's pretty good. It's a hidden spell. Yeah, you can play an action speed, choose a unit you control, and another unit you control at a different location. If one of them is temporary, you can move. You can move it up. You can switch them. So basically, a tide turner, and you draw a card. But one of them has to be temporary. So it's really good whenever you need to save something.
Yeah, I would say so.
This really like validates the blue Lilia, because blue Lilia is when you move, you spawn a sprite where she was. So and then you play this Smoke and Mirrors to swap from base to
I see that.
So I think this is the only way you make this work really. And we got Sacrifice, not bad. We were just talking about how good Sacrifice is.
Nice.
And then we got a Reflection token. So this is a new thing for LeBlanc. Basically, the Reflection token is you copy a dude and this becomes that guy. And this doesn't, whenever you copy another guy, that's not a token. That's not considered a token anymore. They just a new ruling they just did.
Cool. So we got Mutated Musair. This guy, underrated, super goated for being such a...
underrated, but he's good.
I think he's goated for sure. Like, Mutated, he has shield +2. That is crazy.
And
he's a tank.
Better
Crazy.
Poro, basically. Better Stalwart Poro.
I just feel Archer also pretty good. I just like that this is more of an aggro card, so you can attack, and then you can, -1. So it's a nice first card. Smite, talked about that earlier. Kinku Initiate, this is basically if you have a team effort more than 5 might, you can draw a card. Helps Orange with their draw phase. Black Rose Dignitary, Targonian Visionary, Willy Newtfish, Starhound, Soul Shepherd, Soul Sword. This is a foiled Soul Sword.
Very nice.
Ooh, a Grim Apothecary. I like this card. If you can get into like a cheesy strat where you keep if you have enough energy up on the field, you can just keep ambushing the battlefield. So like, let's say Ethan plays his Lux deck and he's like, let me kill this Grim Apothecary with my spell, and then I can play this Grim Apothecary. So the spell misses because it targets the old one, play the new one, and then Ethan can try to kill the new one again, but the old one now is in my hand. If I have enough energy, I can still play the new one. Right, and so that's kind of like the cheesy strat of how that works, but you got to have enough energy. But I do like it a little bit. Ooh, Gutter Palace. This one it's one of those like gimmicky cards that you can play into. Every TCG kind of like has this. Like Pokemon has the Perish Trap like gimmick. This is kind of like the Perish Trap gimmick, where if you start at the beginning phase, if you have exactly four cards in your hand and exactly 4 units at the battlefield, or at battlefields, you can win the game. You don't have to actually get to the 8 conquer points. You can just win off of this win con. So I do like that. Oh, this is the new Baron Pit. You can't play this unless you summon Baron.
Yep.
But it creates a new battlefield, so then you exponentially could get 3 points in 1 round versus just 2.
That is correct. Alrighty, guys. So we got over here, we got Soul Sword, we got Spectral Centaur. So whenever another unit dies, you give me a +2 might this turn. So like really good in temporary, really good if you're running like what's it called? You want to switch it out, my man. But really good if you're running like other tokens like me, where I'm running like all the small tokens. I am debating on maybe throwing this into my deck just so that I have a way to get over huge things. Besides what's it called? Besides just playing spells, I am debating on maybe throwing this in my deck. That's really hard to make it work. Unless I have what's it called? Have Vanguard's Armory out. So very atypical card. Mischievous Mirai, Shadow Watcher, Kinku Initiate, Isolate, Ultra Soft Poro. Really good and really good in Ivern. Really good just to get Burt because it's a Poro that gives you birds, but you can only get the birds if you're at a battlefield. And the reasoning behind being at battlefields is because of Ivern's effect of summoning brushes. Basically, when Ivern conquers a battlefield, or whenever he holds at a battlefield, whenever he gets a point, basically, he can tap his legend to make a brush at a battlefield that he got the point at, and it replaces that battlefield with this battlefield here. Bird, cat, dog, Poro, and Ivern units get +1 might. So Ivern is a hold guy. So this basically, if you can get Ultra Soft Poro, you basically get +4 might every turn you hold, which is ridiculous. And then we got Square Up, a really good card in pre-Rift. I don't know how good it is in regular play. I haven't seen it in regular play. But
I feel like it's still pretty good in regular play.
Yeah, but like it's you have to make sure that they're not playing stun or like or just star-cross your guy, you know.
True.
But it's fair. Give a guy Assault 4 this turn and repeat. You don't have to pay the energy. Instead, you have to discard a card to get the repeat effect. So you can get +8 for playing this and discarding 1 card. Which is honestly really good if you're tight on rune resources. Sinister Portal, I do think this is a very good card very good card in Draven. Yeah. Because like it's basically the opposite of Overzealous Fan. Yeah. Where Overzealous Fan is you're defending and holding, where this guy is you're attacking and you pay an energy to move a guy back.
Dude, this guy I think is gonna be crazy.
I do think this guy's really good. It's just not a lot of play yet. Moss Stomper, green guy that gives Hunt and gets Deflect and Animate whenever you hit 3 XP. We got a Foil Concentrate. Very nice. I do think I need this in the master set, so I'll put this to the side. Sump Works map. And last card. Oh, Diana. Art. Yeah, also art Diana.
It's foiled.
One of my hits.
Nice.
Yeah, I do like the foiling in this new set. It's like a mixture of the Nexus Knight packs.
Yeah.
And like actually good foiling in the back. Like the other foiling was okay in like Origins, and then Spirit Forge they like ramped it up, but like it was just a little bit too much. But now it's just like a nice in the middle, and I do like the shiny foiling that it has of Nexus Knight pack cards. So this is really good.
The diagonal foiling.
Yeah,
I hear you on that. But we got a Herald of the Spring. Turn to Dust. We have not seen this one yet. Give a gear temporary. So another way to kill gear, essentially.
Yeah, Blue did not have a way to get rid of gear, so
that's
good.
True.
Good that they got it now.
No, it did. It had rockets.
But Rocket was too much.
It's super
Rocket
expensive.
is too much.
Bewitching Spirit, we covered that. I do like Bewitching Spirit. It's annoying to play against, but I like playing it. Carry On Dredger. I don't think that we went through this one, but basically a Death Kennel again, another Ivern type card. When it dies, you get to play a bird unit or bird token. Voracious Grump. This is that star crossed. Basically another version of Fight or Flight, but for
better version of Rebuke.
Yeah. There we go.
The only problem is that you can defy this.
Yeah, you can defy this. It hits within the thresholds, but I think that even then, it's still like pretty good, regardless.
Yeah, because of reaction speed, it's cracked. That card is cracked because it has reaction speed, and it hits anywhere instead of just battlefields.
Yeah, it could be anywhere, which I do like. Enthralling Protector, Square Up, Grim.
Ooh, Foil Grim
Resolve. We got
Tactical Retreat.
This is another good card for yellow. I feel like this is the first of its kind for yellow. Basically, this is a flash for yellow, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Or
it's
like a Zonias, like a flash Zonias.
It's a spell Zonias. It's Zonias in a spell form.
Yeah.
Which is really nice, because yellow has been struggling
and
keeping dudes alive.
And then this is Pike. This is one of the new champions. Basically, you can pay one. I don't know why Pike is so juiced up. I just feel like out of all the champions, out of all the legends that have
abilities,
yeah, he's got 2. Return a friendly unit, and then you play your token exhausted. It's just what the heck?
It makes sense because his mechanic is he's hiding cards, so it's you either bouncing stuff for play effects or you're hiding cards, and that's why. Because his 2 champion units require him either getting gold or using power.
I guess.
So I think it makes sense, but I do think if you build him right, he might be a little overtuned. Eventually, he will be overtuned, but not right now.
That's how I feel. I feel like he's because they got rid of Draven's second ability, right?
No, they got rid of the busted Draven unit. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. For you guys that don't know, Draven last set was the main contender of the meta, and the main reason was because of the draw power, the gold power from the unit that gave you, and it had the option. You had the option of making a 4 might unit go 6 might or maybe 8 somehow. But it's really strong. So I'm glad that they did take it out because it's a really strong yet red card. It was it was just as busted, if not more busted, than the red Kaisa.
Yeah.
So I understand why they had to get rid of it. But we got Downstage Dramatics, the blue card for Jin to pay for with repeat. Draw 1, so basically a consult to pass that cannot be hidden, but on reaction speed. And then Revna, the Lore Keeper, we got Frisky Hunter. So that when you play this guy, you get a bird, so really get an Ivern. Towering Combatant. I have seen this work really well in what's it called?
In standard?
Not standard. In the
pre-rift?
Pre-rift, this is a really good card because it's basically it's a 4 for 5, and it has tank and in pre-rift you want tank because you usually only have 1 copy of your card that you want to keep alive.
Yeah.
So really good if you were running orange. Waking Roost, when you play this guy, you give the opponent a bird. That's why it costs 5 or 6. It's okay. I haven't seen anyone really play this. We got Black Rose Dignitary, really good. We got Hunter's Machete, really good. We got the Academy, really good card. When you hold, you get your next spell you play this turn gets repeat equal to its base cost. I do think this has really good potential. We haven't really seen it played yet, but I do think with all the hold meta, this can be really good.
Yeah.
Got stare down.
Stare down.
With the hold meta, this is a way to counter it. Basically, you choose a guy that you control and a battlefield. You make all enemy units run away from that battlefield if they have less might than your guy that you chose.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gain 1 XP. So really good way to stop someone from holding, they have to defy this or they're sort of screwed. And you can't not so fast this because you're choosing a friendly unit and a battlefield. You're not choosing enemy units. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so the only way is to defy this or abandon or hard bargain. But not a lot of people are playing hard bargain anymore because of abandon. But I do think you have to run 1 copy of hard bargain and run 2 copies of abandon, because sometimes people are not playing around hard bargain anymore. So I do think having 1 cheeky copy of hard bargain will, like, once they see it, they'll have to play around it, and then that will affect how they will play, and then it'll give you more breathing room to do what you want to do.
I guess.
We got Stalk and Wolf, another new card that we haven't seen yet. It's an additional. When you play this guy, he has an ambush and an additional cost. You can kill a bird, cat, dog, or portal you control, and you can move this guy to that battlefield where you killed your guy. Oh, foil Arena Kingpin.
Nice.
This is also for the master set. I don't have one yet. All right, next card is Evelyn. A really good card. Need more copies of her. And last card, Ivern. I don't think Dana talked about Ivern here. Well, let's talk about him.
No, I didn't really talk about Ivern.
So basically, when you play me or when I hold, you get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and if it's a unit, you get to draw it. And if it's a bird, cat, dog, or poro, you get to buff a guy, and you get to buff a friendly unit. So basically, cycles through your deck to find things that you want, find your ultra softs, find your Iverns, find stalking wolves, find your star hounds, and like it's really good. Find freaking, what's it called? Vile Maw. Because Vile Maw is really good in Ivern as well. But really good card in Ivern.
Yeah. So moving on, we got Wuju Apprentice. We have not seen this guy yet. A nice 2-drop. I lost to this in the pre-release, but basically once you have enough hunt, you can draw a card when you play Wuju Apprentice. Dramatic Visionary, Revna, Combat Experience, Heroic Charge, Gem Hand Hunter, just another hunt creature, another hunt unit for orange here. Again, those hunt abilities, they do sneak up on you, and you kind of forget. So you got to keep track of those. Isolate, Sinister Poro, Moss Stomper. Got the Academy over here again. We have a foiled Valley of Idols. We have not seen this one. Essentially, when you play something here, you can pay 1 to buff it. This is nice. Again, this is kind of like plays into the whole Ivern play. You don't have to play Ivern. You can still be playing, Sets or Lee Sin, and this is nice for them too. We have Keeper of Masks. This one, I think, is decent with the LeBlanc play, because she does a lot of reflection tokens. That's her kind of like her gimmick. When you play me, play 2 reflection unit tokens here. They become copies of me. But then again, right? Being copies of a 1 might creature might not be that crazy great. But who knows? It's like a 3 might just spawns on you,
I think it's really good. I think this card was mainly for... what's it called? For Teemo.
You think so?
It's basically another copy of Teemo, if you really think about it. Because you can reveal it and and then like and then if they don't kill it somehow, then I guess it's just another copy of Timo is how I see it. And if so, you can have like 6 copies of Timo because Timo is basically a 4-might guy in
Yeah.
Timo. So and this is a 3-might guy. So I do think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I see that. And then we got Undying Legion. I have not used this card well enough yet, but I do like it. Just the fact that we can play it from the graveyard, that'd be really nice. This is basically what's the other one? Just something Legion. It's like Noxian Legion or something.
Nox is hopeful.
Nox is
hopeful is the one that costs us 2 less.
Yeah, that's the hopeful one, but there's also a Legion 2-drop.
Legion Rearguard, the guy that
something like
that can be accelerated.
Yeah. But yeah, just a lot of Legion cards in red. Got a reflection token.
We got Ruined Rex, we got Inferna, really good aggro card in red. Red got a lot of good aggro cards in here. They got Inferna, they got Sharkling. We'll talk about Sharkling when we see it. It's so busted. But basically, Ambush. We have not talked about the Ambush mechanic, I think. So we'll talk about it right now. So when you play me, you can play this guy as a reaction speed at a battlefield to where you have units. So like, say if you have like a guy, say if you have like a cat, and you move the cat in, then you can play Inferno on top, so you get basically give Inferno accelerate. So and Inferno having assault 2, it's basically 2 energy for 3-might, which is really strong. So really good in red. Like every red deck should run at least two copies of that because it's such a good 2-drop. Wushu Apprentice, I'm talking about, really good Star-Crossed. Bandle Soldier, just another XP mechanic yellow card. Not really the greatest, just 4 and a power enter ready. If this was just 4 and maybe like a higher XP, like I think I would see this being like really good if it was just 4 and not a power and like maybe a higher XP threshold.
Yeah.
But because of the power, I don't think it's a good card. Dragon Soul, say you got Evershade Stalker. When you play me, discard a card and draw. Filter through your deck, and it's a dude. Really good in temporary decks. Black Flame Altar. Units with temporary have shield. And then we got Trevor Snooze Bottom. Really good. Pedal Pixie. We haven't seen this one yet. I have 1 might for every temporary unit that you have at my battlefield. So she gets really big with LeBlanc, because LeBlanc will keep your temporary units alive.
Yeah, this would pair nicely into that Keeper of the Mask card I just drew.
Yeah.
Got a Poppy.
Yep, Poppy's really nice. More legends.
Oh, Determined Sentry.
Just copying you over there, huh? Oh, we got a red Bramble back. Okay. And we got a bird token. This is what the bird token looks like. 1 might with deflect.
I do like the Brambleback.
Brambleback is really nice.
I haven't been able to utilize this Conquer effect that well.
Well, let's read it. Let's read it together, guys. You Conquer effect. I don't know. My phone is on the fritz.
Your phone is weird, bro.
I don't know what's happening. But the Conquer effects for conquering are here trigger an additional time, and when you conquer, buff a friendly unit. So basically,
he gets to buff 2 friendly units, but to better use him is to use him with somebody who actually has a good conquer effect.
Mm-hmm. And I do think the reasoning behind red buff and blue buff increasing conquer and hold effects is mainly for other effects, but for this alone, it was for the hunt mechanic. So this is their way of implementing more hunt XP, and the other killers are that won't have as much. So really good. That's my 4th hit in the box so far.
I know, I've only got 2. All right, we got
what did you
Spectre
hit?
Centaur.
You got Gutter Palace and what else?
That was it.
Oh, that means you only got 1.
Yeah, but this is the Sharkling that Ethan was talking about. 3 costs, 1 power, but Assault 4. You can accelerate it, but
Assault 4 is crazy.
you know, Assault 4 is pretty wild. It's basically a 5 cost if you play it right all the time, especially if you like. This is a great card with Pike. You go in, you kill, you pull them out, back in your hand. You can play them again. You can recycle it that way. Starcross, like this is a great like. Yeah, you still want to like. You want to fight or flight? Well, you can't fight or flight me, but you want to return this thing to my hand? Sure, I don't mind. I'm just going to play it again. It's going to be just as bad for you. But, yeah, so Sharkling, good card. Skyward Strike, Loyal Poro, Towering Combatant, Vicious, Shipwreck, right?
Snapjaws.
Shepherd's Heirloom. This one, goated, in my opinion.
I do think it's good.
The fact that it's a 2...
Hey, you don't have to pay power.
Yeah, you don't have to pay power. All you do is you spend XP. It's actually pretty easy to get 1 XP. Like, unless you're really not playing XP, it's super easy to get 1 XP. So like this, as yellow, you just have to run it. I think this again really good for Poppy decks, right? Things like that. So Stare Down, Stalking Wolf. We got the Black Flame Altar. We have a Galio. Galio here is a tank. And let's see.
Deflect.
Yes. Deflect. And not only that, but he does not deal combat damage, right? That's why he has so much might. So he's just really somebody who absorbs damage. But the trade-off is that you don't do damage. And why is that important? It's because if you go into a battlefield and let's say you don't have enough might to kill their units, but they have enough might to kill your Galio, you're still going to get bounced back regardless. And so it's a trade-off. I can see
the main reasoning behind
this.
It's
not good. I don't know.
It's only good in Beta Hook LeBlanc.
Yeah, I can see Beta
because
Hook being used for this.
Because Spectral Matron and Glass Mixologist, their cutoff is 3 energy and 1 power. And then with Beta Hook, you gotta kill a guy and you get to spawn you get to play a guy for free with might equal to might +1 might
+1, yeah,
of the unit killed.
Yeah, so you could do something with 7.
Yeah, which is Otacon.
Oh yeah, Otacon. Yeah,
Otacon is 7.
Yeah, that's true. Otacon, I think he's okay though.
Yeah, I think he's okay. He's not the greatest, but like that's the I think that's the reasoning behind making Galio the way he is.
Conscription, we've already seen this guy. Oh, Death from Below. So Death from Below. Kill a unit at a battlefield. Then, if it had 3 or less might, you can pay this again from your trash. So
for 1 power.
Yeah, for 1 power. And so the broken thing about this is that like you can. It's not. So we just looked at Galio, right? Or yeah, we just looked at Galio. And if during a battle phase, or not during a battle phase, sorry, if during like some sort of like not outside of the showdown, you can damage Galios to where he has 3 might, and then you could kill him instantly, and then play it again to kill something else instantly as well. Or you can target the small fries and then kill the big guy last, you know? But yes.
That is how you would play that guy for sure. We got Sprite Burst, Arena Kingpin, Double Trouble, Turn to Dust, Carrion Treasure, We got Grim Resolve, Bewitching Spirit, Scorch Claw, a new card that we haven't seen. So this is Red's version of Hunt. You get level 3. You get +1 might, and he enters ready. So basically a 3 energy, 1 power, 4 in a ready. Really strong if you do run XP in your deck. Granted, not a lot of red decks do, but really strong regardless if you're on XP. And then Amateur Recital. You got Squire's Bloom, another good card that we haven't seen. This set's version of stack deck. Mm-hmm. You play this enters ready, this enters exhausted, and then kill this, pay an energy, and you tap. You predict 2, draw a card, and you gain XP. So
I personally like it better than stack deck.
I do think it might be better than stack deck because you get to actually, I don't know. I think stack deck is better tempo wise, but I think this is better for XP and also other things as well. Because it's like you don't really want to stack deck now, right? So you just do this, and then whenever you want to do it, then you do it.
Yeah, but also like stack deck, predict 2, you don't have to actually recycle. Stack deck, you actually have to recycle.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Like, what if you actually wanted those 2 cards? You know, the 2 other ones.
Yeah, that's very true. You're right about that. So we got a foil Bewitching Spirit, very nice, and then we got Grim Apothecary. Last card is Tactical Retreat.
Alrighty, we got Inferna, Monch, Moonlight Affliction, Grim Resolve, Evershade Stalker, Scrutinizing Sergeant, Demacian Diplomat. We got the Amateur Recital, Scryer's Bloom, we just talked about that. Friendship, this is a new one. Reaction Speed, choose a unit, give it +1 this turn for each of the following tags you have. This is a great thing for Ivern decks. Because you can give a +4 essentially if you have all of the tags on the field. We have a foiled Sprite Burst.
Nice.
Oh, we drew a LeBlanc. LeBlanc, let's read it. When you conquer a hold, you may discard 1 and then exhaust me to play a Ready Reflection unit token there. It becomes a copy of another unit there and give it temporary. So LeBlanc stuff revolves around temporary. I mean, so does Lilia too, but LeBlanc is like, if any deck is really into the temporary game, it's LeBlanc. And then we have alternate art yellow Ivern.
Nice.
This is the better one in my opinion.
I do think so too because you get the point.
Yeah. And so as you play me, choose one of these tags. I gain that tag. So these are the 4 basic, Ivern deck tags. Bird, Cat, Dog, Poro. When I conquer or hold, score 1 point if your units have all of the following tags among them. So again, strength in numbers. But yeah.
Very good. That's a very good one. We got Wallbreaker, Frisky Hunter, Spectral Centaur, Shepherd's Heirloom, Gem Hand Hunter, Crescent Guardian. Really good if you're a spell heavy deck. I think it's really good because you don't have to pay for an extra power. You don't have to pay for an extra energy, but it's like conditional. It's the worst version of Blue Djinn, but it's something, It's like I said, whenever you play a spell this turn, when you play this guy, you may play a power as additional cost to ready this guy when you play me. And then we got Crimson Pigeons, Friendship, Dusk Rose Lab. We are just talking about another battlefield that uses temporary well. So at the start of the beginning phase, you may kill a unit you control here to draw a card. And basically, this triggers right when temporary triggers, which will kill your temporary units. So you can stack the effects where you can kill your temporary unit with this effect before the temporary unit would die from temporary itself. So it just recycles itself, which is really nice for LeBlanc and Lilia. Crescent Strike, a new blue card that we haven't seen yet. Really good card. Choose a battlefield and enemy unit. There, you deal 4 to the enemy unit and then 1 to everything else. Really good card. Like you can't get defied. You can't get not so fasted with this one because it targets a unit and a battlefield. But it's just so good hitting everything at a battlefield. Very nice. I am thinking of maybe running this in my Lux deck whenever, just because of how many hold decks are happening. And then we got a foil Mega Tusk. Not bad. We got a Pike and foil assault. Okay, signature spell.
You're getting all the hits.
So move a friendly unit, the enemy, then move an enemy unit. So basically, it's Charm, Ride the Wind.
Yeah,
really good card, especially when you're Kha'Zix and you always want to fight something alone.
Yeah.
So, and then like this is basically your form of Accelerate and Kha'Zix, which is really good. My friend is a Charm enthusiast, so he loves this card. He loves playing this guy now. So 5 hits so far.
Launch, Dramatic Visionary, Towering Peril Fan, Combat Experience, Voracious Gromp, Evershade, Shepherds. We got Trapping Grounds. When you conquer here, if you assign 3 or more excess damage, play 1 bird token with Deflect. We have the Insightful Investigator. So this one, basically when you play me, choose an opponent, you can pay 2 XP to choose a card from their hand. If you do, discard that card, and they discard that card and then draw 1. So you get to choose what they discard.
I don't know if it's good.
There is some value here, but yeah, I don't think it's worth the trade.
I don't think activating the XP is worth, but just seeing the hand is nice.
Yeah. Just being able to see the hand is nice, but there are other ways to see the hand, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
We got the Altar of Blood. If a unit here would die during combat, you can pay 3 power to heal it and exhaust and recall it. So basically Azonius. We have a foiled Abandoned Hall. When a player plays a spell, they may give a unit they control here +1 this turn. This is really plays nicely into Diana.
Diana, Aurelia, all small spell heavy decks.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Hey, this is that Otacon. We were just talking about this with Galio.
Yeah, we were.
So you can kill a friendly unit as additional cost to play this guy. If you do, you can kill as many units essentially, but just one. Just one. But then you what is it? You minus.
He becomes cheaper to play.
Yeah, he just becomes cheaper to play, and then every time he attacks, the defender has to kill one of their units there, and so it's I would say it's only really good if you could like ready it, you know, like accelerate it. Well,
that's why it's good in LeBlanc. So you hold with Otacon, right? And then when you hold, you make a copy, a ready copy.
Oh, sure.
So you make a ready copy of Otacon. So Otacon just goes over, kills a guy, dies, and kills maybe like another guy. And then you go with a real Otacon, kill another guy, and then the real Otacon wins.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's the reasoning behind why it's really good in Beta Hook. LeBlanc.
I can see that. And then we have a Yuumi. Yuumi, just like how she plays in League of Legends, she attaches to somebody, and then they get +3 in tank. And then an XP tracker.
You got Sharkling, Shadow Watcher, Eclipse, Marina Kingpin, Demacian Diplomat, Lunar Boon, Loyal Poro, Repulse. Orange's counter spell. Very nice. Choose a friendly unit at a battlefield and counter any spell or ability that chooses it and no other friendly unit. very, very conditional, but it's like so good. It counters what's it called? Counters Starcross, it counters Rebuke, it counters what's it called? Void Assault. It counters a lot of good cards besides like things that target multiple things. Like it doesn't counter unchecked power because that hits battlefields. It doesn't counter singularity because usually they're gonna be hitting two things instead of one. And then so like it's a really good niche counterspell in orange when you're in a color when you play like Fiora, for example. So like running 3 Repulse and three of Fiora's signature spell is going to be really good in Fiora because you really don't want to get hit by anything or your whole game plan is ruined.
Yeah, yeah.
So Repulse is really good in Fiora or set decks. And then Frozen Fortress, it's a start of your each beginning player's turn. Each player's beginning phase deal 1 damage to a unit to each enemy unit here. So this is like to counter hold decks. This is to counter. Yeah, this is basically to counter hold decks. So I am actually thinking of running this instead of one of my other battlefields because I feel like I don't get enough value in one of them. So
Okay.
I'm thinking of doing this as one of my main battlefields. And we got Shadow's Call, another good card in LeBlanc. Choose a friendly unit that doesn't have temporary. Give it temporary, and you draw 2 cards. Really good draw power. Only costs us 2. And if you're already LeBlanc, then you're already dealing with temporary, and you're fine with that. And then if you don't, what's it called? And then this is just another way to draw cards in LeBlanc because LeBlanc, since she has to discard cards, you want heavy draw engine cards in your deck. And then we got Foil Dusk Rose Lab, Keeper of Mask, very nice, and last card, Undying
Legion. Cool. We got Downstage Dramatics. Prepared Neophyte, Double Trouble. This is basically a search your deck card. You can repeat it, but basically a smaller version of Baited Hook, essentially. But you don't get to play it straight from your hand. You just play it. You just add it to your. You don't play it straight from the top of the deck. You just play it, add it to your hand. Fate Weaver. Basically, when you play me, look at the top 4 of your cards in your main deck. You reveal one with energy cost 4 more, and you can draw it, and then you recycle the rest. Dragon Soul Sage, Mr. Root, Vandal Soldier, Trevor. We got Petal Pixie, Scorch Claw. We got a foiled Loyal Poro. Oh, we got Vex.
Okay.
So when you or an ally hold, you may exhaust me to draw 1. So, again, really nice. More draw power, so that's really nice. And then we got I don't know how to spell it, Lasila or Iasila.
Yeah, I think it's like Iasila. I don't know.
Yeah, but this one basically it's like a blitz.
Isilia.
Yeah, Isilia, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, Iasilia. But it's a blitzcrank, but you can leave it at the battlefield. You don't have to always bring it back into your hand, which is really nice. And then we got a Calm Ruin.
Helia. Vaults of Helia. And basically when you hold here, your non-token units cost 1 more to play this turn. I do think this is... I also tried this in my Lux deck as well. It didn't really give me too much value since like they always try to run away, and like this with this set it's not necessary. There's lots of ways to run away with cards. So Vaults of Helia didn't really do much for me, but it's one of the cards that we haven't talked about yet. And then this is a new card, Gust Walker. That's the blue hunt card. I think this is like the only blue hunt card in existence right now. Same as like the red card, the red cat. But basically, hunt 2, level 3. I have +1 +1 might and ginking, which is really good in blue because blue doesn't have much ginking units. So really niche guy. I think it's really strong in next in the pre-rifts for sure. But I don't know in standard. We got right to conquest. Red does struggle with drawing cards, so really good for red. Draw a card and then draw one for each battlefield you or your allies control. So you're always going to be drawing one card off of this for sure, but you're most likely doing this when you have at least one battlefield, so you gain some value off of it. Then we got a mutated Mauser. We got Galio. We got Conscription. And
oh, nice, dude. Why is it always the blue ones?
Mind Rune? Let's go. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Let's look at the foiling. Very nice. I do like the ripple foiling on top, and then the rainbow foiling across. Very nice.
Dude, we always get those blue ones for
the inhib, guys. Hit the inhib. Or is that the Nexus? No, that's the inhib.
That's the inhibitor. So, Towering Parafiend. We got Soul Sword, Sprite Burst, Walking Roost, Soul Harvest, Concentrate, Crescent Guardian. This is a new one. If you play the spell this turn, you can essentially play another power. You can it's a accelerate essentially for this Crescent Guard. We got the Dusk Rose Lab. We got Crescent Strike, Repulse, a foiled
Scorch Claw.
Scorch Claw.
Very nice.
Kha'Zix. Nice. So Kha'Zix here. Ambush again, and then his again for the unit. Whenever I attack or defend, if the unit is alone, then he gets a +2, and he gains experience. And so the experience might seem dumb, but it actually plays really well into Kha'Zix's legend ability, which is pay 2 XP to move a unit from battlefield to the base.
Yep.
Clash of Giants. This is basically challenge, but you can choose 2 of the enemy units to do it against each other.
Exactly.
So it's going to be really good, especially if they're playing an Aurora deck.
Alright, for over here, we got a foil Frigid Jewel. So when you draw your second card each turn, give a friendly unit +2 this turn. So, very niche. I can only really see this being played in LeBlanc because LeBlanc has so much draw power. But there's so much stuff you want to add in a LeBlanc deck that there's not enough room to put this Frigid Jewel in. But nonetheless, it's still a pretty decent card. It's just 2 for 2. 2 energy for 2 might, and you're always gonna be drawing extra cards in LeBlanc, so you get a lot of value out of this, but I think it's just too many other good things that you want in your deck that you just can't afford to have it in your deck. We got a Vex.
Another Vex.
Yeah, just like when you hold, you just draw a card. Really good. Especially in the hold meta. And another Acelia.
Nice.
That's the end of my half of the box. Daniel should be hitting his end as well.
Yep, Frisky Hunter, Eclipse, Sharkling, Ultra Soft Porum, Hunter's Machete, Mr. Root. We got the Frozen Fortress, Shadow's Call. We have a Volta Helia, Towering Parafiend, but a foiled one. Ooh, Dancing Grenade. So Dancing Grenade it's a trade-off spell card, but basically you do 2 to a unit, and then the owner of that unit can pay 1 power to keep the spell going. But the spell gets stronger and stronger, just like Jin's Grenade in League of Legends. The grenade gets stronger every unit that it hits. Typically, it always hits 4, but this one goes on forever if you wanted to pay the power for it.
Oh, Baron.
This is the regular Baron.
Very nice.
Baron Asher. This is the new Baron Asher that spawns that Baron Pit that I was showing you guys earlier. So let's bring it a little bit closer. Yeah.
Yep. When you play me, you add the Baron Pit to the board if it's not there already, and then if you do, this guy enters there, and he Baron Nashor has hexproof. He can't be chosen by enemy spells or abilities, and he buffs all your friendly units plus two,
which is crazy.
so that's everywhere. A lot of other buff units are only say here.
Yes, exactly.
But Baron Nashor buffs everyone everywhere. And that's why Baron buff is OP.
Yeah, Baron buff is OP. It's essentially like it's a better version of Master Yi's Legend.
So we got Fate Weaver over here. So this is really good in Jin. This was basically made for Jin or spell heavy decks in blue. When you play me, you look at the top 4 cards in your main deck, you reveal spell with energy cost 4 or more. And then if you do, you draw it, and then you just recycle the rest. I do think this is A-okay, but I rather would just... This is a safer version of Promising Future. Because you just draw the card and you just do something for yourself. But Promising Future lets you and your opponent to do it. But I don't know. Fate Weaver's okay. I haven't really seen it do well. You got Star Spring. Star Spring's pretty good. Star Spring, first time you play, a player plays a non-token unit here each turn. You may move another unit that they control here to its space. So basically, for move mechanics, so you can make Treasure Hunter move again, or Stellacorn, or Hui, or Jin. So really good card in those colors if you're running those cards. Undying Loyalty, Imposing Challenger, Foil. I don't think we talked about this one yet. When I move, you may move an enemy unit here with less might than me to a different battlefield. So it's basically
like stare down.
Yeah, stare down in a unit. And we got Lilia. So let's talk about her. When you pay for tap, play a ready sprite token. And then this ability costs 1 less for each temporary that you already have. Each temporary unit you already have. So basically, you play the Keeper of Shadows, and then you just pay 1. You pay 1 for another sprite because the Keeper of Shadows is a temporary unit as well. So it's 3 temporary units. You minus 3 for paying 2. So basically, you get one discount.
I guess.
And that's if you don't have any other temporaries in play already.
Yeah.
So really good. She's really Lily is very tempo-y. She just has to be making sprites and like getting points very easily off of them. I've seen it work. It's really strong. Oh, Scuttle Crab.
Scuttle Crab
is probably the best the best green 2-drop you can probably play now.
Yeah.
Because it replaces itself when you draw, and then when it dies, you get to look at your opponent's hand and you get XP. Well, it's not even the hand. You even get to see hidden cards.
Yeah, you get to look at hidden cards too.
So like Scuttle Crab OP. If you're running green,
crazy.
You have to run at least 2 Scuttle Crabs. But I suggest 3.
Yeah, I always run 3, man. Even in the TCG arenas.
Yeah.
We got Icewind Veil Archer, Prepared Neophyte, Herald, Lunar Boon, Ultra Soft, Gem Hand Hunter, Mega Tusk. We got the Abandoned Hall, Imposing Challenger, we just saw that. Safety Inspector. We got a foiled Mischievous Marai. A Blue Diana.
Okay.
The other one. So basically, I think people prefer playing Blue Diana early on and then Purple Diana for mid to late game.
It's because Diana doesn't have a lot of draw power. So like
and
just filtering to your deck makes sense for her.
Yeah, this is nice. Basically, whenever you can pay 1 whenever you do a showdown, essentially. You can go ahead, predict, recycle it, and, a bunch of Diana players use this Blue Diana. Oh, Lilia.
Protector of Dreams. What does she do?
When you play a token unit, give me +1 this turn. Your token units have, all of them have tank. Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a hit. That's an epic.
That is a hit.
All right.
We got Foil Inferna. Not bad. We got LeBlanc. Oh, we got a hit. Alpha Wildclaw. Tank. Your units here with less might than me can't be chosen by enemy spells or abilities. So he gives everyone but to himself hexproof. That's weaker than him. So really good card in green. Really good card. Honestly, really good against red with piercing light. Really good against. It's a really good green card, and it's a hit, an epic, really nice.
Yeah.
It has tank, which is a very nice trade.
We're gonna be going through these a lot faster. Right, a Conquest, Skyre's Bloom, Foil Targonian Visionary. Oh, we got a Diana Legend. And a Hui. This is a card that Ethan was speaking about earlier. But essentially, a bunch of abilities. He's kind of like a blue Aphelios. And Reflection.
Yeah. He's blue's version of Stellacorn. Really strong. Really strong.
Yeah, that too.
So we got Heroic Charge. Really good. Foil. And then we got Kha'Zix. We got Clash of Giants. And then we got Dancing Grenade. They got Diana. Speaking of Diana, I don't think this is the first one that we've got, so we'll just talk about her real quick. So basically, whenever you're in Showdown, you get one free energy only in Showdowns. So Diana is a very spell ambushy deck, so you can get this extra resource. So very good, especially in blue purple, and then her signature spell is just so strong too. And then the last card behind this is Alternate Art Jin. So this is what I was talking about. This is better than the Crescent Guardian. So he has Vision, and then if you spend 4 or more on a spell this turn, you just get to play this guy for a power instead of having to pay for 4 and a power. You just play for this guy for a power. So really good for spell heavy decks. I did try to think about trying to add this to Lux, but Lux just has too many other things that she wants in her deck that I can't add it. And then just this.
Cool. We got a foiled Imposing Challenger. We got Vi. Basically, when you conquer, if you do a lot more extra damage, you can exhaust me to ready a unit, which is kind of nice. And then we have Pike.
All right, we got Monster Harpoon. So this is the first time we seeing it here tonight. So it's just an action card. Deal 2 to a unit on a battlefield, and if you control a hidden card this turn, you deal 4 to it instead of the 2. So really, basically a stronger hex tech, a conditional stronger hex tech. So honestly, not bad. Maybe if Kaisa runs more hidden cards, maybe she'll do this, but we'll see. And then we got Forgotten Library. This is another thing that I don't think we've pulled yet. So like when you control a battlefield, when you play a spell that costs 4 or more, you can predict. Really nice, but like it's very hard for Lex at least to be able to control that battlefield and gain some value off of it. Existential Dread, another card that we haven't seen yet. Really good card. It's this set's version of Rebuke, but the only bad thing about this is that it can be defied, and this can only be used if the enemy unit is attacking. So that's another bad thing about it. So, and that's probably why not a lot of people are playing it, because it can be defied. It can only be used against attacking units. And then we got Foil Icevale Archer. Another Hui, very nice. They didn't really read it, but it's basically move, draw, discard, and then depending on what you discard, you get one of these 3 things, like what they said with Aphelios. If you discard a spell, you get to draw another card. If you discard a gear, you get ready 2 runes. But if you discard a unit, you give Hui +3 might this turn, which can be really strong in the long run. Because five and a power for 8 might is crazy good. And then one more card behind this is Otacon. Okay, not bad.
And Otacon. So we got Mage Seeker Investigator. This is kind of like Tiana almost. If people want to be, this is kind of like for big decks or massive wide decks that have a lot of units. They have to pay extra power to use a lot of their units to charge you in the battlefield. Chakram Dancer. We have not seen this one yet. But basically, you can give every other unit here shield, which is really nice. Vicious Snapjaw. This is a foiled version. Sump works. And then we have a red alternate art Rengar.
Okay.
So accelerate, assault 2, deflect, and ganking. Accelerate is always 1 power, 1 extra energy. And yeah, this is sick.
Alright, guys. We got Disposal Order, another card that we haven't seen yet. It is a 2-cost reaction spell. It's choose one. You recycle 3 cards from your opponent's trash back to their deck, or you draw a card. So, like I just said earlier, Orange has some issues with drawing cards. So this is really good for that. And then we got Abandoned Hall. We got Foil Valley of Idols. We got Kha'Zix. We got Amaduli the Gatekeeper. I don't think we've seen this one yet. He can't be readied, but you can pay a power to move me to an occupied enemy battlefield of my might if this guy's might is greater than the total might of enemy units there. So it's, I don't know how I feel about this. It's not really the greatest. I don't know why it was made. I don't really see. I guess this is only really here if you're, what's it called? For the Moonlight. I guess you can play Moonlight Affliction, then you move this guy in. I don't know how else you use this guy. I think this guy is a very bad rare if you do get him. Order Rune. You get a Foil Scorch Claw. Oh, Syndra. Let's talk about Syndra.
Nice.
When I'm in a showdown, your spells have repeat 2 and a 2 energy and a power. So, and that's like any spell. So like really strong. Say that Moonlight Affliction, for example. Play Moonlight Affliction, then play it again for 2 and a power instead of paying 7. Really strong with Syndra, that spell alone. Falling Comet is also really good. Just deal 6 to a unit at a battlefield and then repeat it again for 2 energy and a power for another 6 damage. Basically Singularity, but paying 1 extra energy but 1 less power. Really good. So I do think Syndra has potential. He just needs better action-reaction speed cards. And then he can also combo this with Purple Ezreal because repeats is an optional additional cost. So you can just make it cost 2 energy instead of a power and an energy. Alright, and then what's the card behind this, guys? Yumi. Okay, not bad.
Yumi. We got Stalking Wolf, Altar of Blood. This is a foiled Frisky Hunter, Tactical Retreat, and a Grim Apothecary.
We got Lord Broadmane. So an ambush guy. You got, when you play me, you give your other units here assault this turn. So really good if you have a lot of small weenie dudes and you need to go in to something huge. Probably this guy is basically like your finisher whenever you're fighting against hold decks. Really strong for that. But other than that, not really seeing a lot of play, just because if you're in that situation, you're already losing. So like, why be in that situation when you want other cards to get away from that situation? You got Angler Beast, really good. I think it's probably good against all the hold decks as well because a lot of hold deck units are 2 might. So it's just when you play me, return all units with 2 might or less to their owner's hands. That also includes your own, but like sometimes you gotta take the L's with it to survive the turn. Really good card, I think, against the hold decks. And then we got a foil Shadow Watcher, a Pike, and Lilia's signature spell. So this is, I don't know why this is, but okay, I'll just read it to you guys. So it's a reaction speed counter spell, and his controller can't play spells this turn. So if they don't somehow counter this spell from you, your opponent can't play spells anymore for that turn that you play it. So whether it's on your turn or your opponent's turn. So this really sucks against me since I am a spell heavy deck and I usually want to play it during my turn. So this is really OP, I think, against me. It's like the counter of all counters. And if you don't counter this, then like it's over.
I agree. Got Frigid Jewel, Monster Harpoon. I think we already took a look at this one.
Yep.
We got a foiled Carrion Dredger. A Vex this time, so she has shield and she has tank. When you stun a unit at an enemy battlefield, you may move me to that battlefield. So this is really good, especially if you want basically like a call to help type vibe.
Yeah, she's really strong. She basically has a Zenith Blade
built in, yeah.
Built-in Zenith Blade, which is really strong.
Yeah. And then Nyla, and then this, you basically accelerate her. She gains, whenever she moves, you gain 1 XP, and she has ganking. So pretty decent for orange.
Okay. We got Back Off, probably one of the best green cards printed so far. It's a hidden stun card, and it can also play as action speed. And if you don't hide it and you just play it off rip, you get to draw a card. So it's like stun version of discipline, which is so good. I do think this is a really good green card. You should be running at least 2 of these in your deck if you're running green. You got a foil Targonian Visionary. Poppy, let's do that. This Poppy's honestly okay. It's like a mixture of XP and Green Leona. It's deflect, and then when you play me, if your opponent's score is within 3 points of victory, then you can ready her. She comes in ready, and you get XP, 3 XP. So like basically, you get a free draw off of her with your legend ability. It's pretty good. Oh, Zareth.
Nice.
So Zareth is you pay a power and tap me, deal 3 to a unit. And that's anywhere, but you can only use this while he's at a battlefield. So, it's a pretty big restriction, but it's anywhere. So, like, it's pretty good. I got Blast Cone, another good card that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, you may move an enemy unit when you play this guy, and then when you move an enemy unit, you can exhaust this thing to stun it. So, basically, it's a charm that stuns. And then like if you can somehow keep recurring this, it's really good. And then we got Divining Shells. It's a gear with vision. And then basically it's just an action spell, an action gear discipline for once. Basically, I don't know, it's just a way to filter through your deck and do something turn 1 if you don't have anything.
Yeah.
And then we got Chakram Dancer, another card that we haven't seen yet. Ambush, and then opposite of Lord Broadmane that we just saw earlier. When you play me, you give your unit shield instead of assault. We got Foil Abandoned Hall, Clash of Giants, Zillion, another card that we haven't seen yet. Once each turn, you would play a token unit while I'm at a battlefield. You may play that token and an additional copy of it instead. Oh,
nice.
Nice. Need this for the master set. This is the last rune that we are missing for it.
Oh,
So
what?
yeah,
Really?
because I've been trading with
Oh,
other people's, but
I
very
see.
nice, very nice indeed.
This one we got Lotus Trap. Basically, this is a hidden card. It doesn't have to be, but essentially you double the damage that you would do to one particular unit. Valley of the Idols. This is a foiled Dusk Rose Lab. Headless Resurrection. Basically here.
Heedless.
Oh yeah, Heedless. Sorry, but basically you can play cards from your graveyard. Play a unit from your trash that costs no more energy and no more power than the killed unit, ignoring their cost. Nami as well, really nice. You can pay an extra power to play her, and then you essentially get to stun a unit as you play her, and then as you hold, whenever you play a unit next time, you can ready them and buff them at the same time. So I think that's super powerful for Nami, especially if you're going for the hold strat. Got Baron Pit here.
There we got fresh beans. When you play a unit during showdown, you may exhaust this to draw a card. It's another way for you to draw if you're going for the ambush deck in red. It's not really the greatest. I haven't really seen a lot of people use it, maybe besides Rengar. Abandon, probably the best counter spell ever in the game for purple, because if you're not in green, basically you counter spell and you turn it to his hand, and then you predict off of this. So you get to filter through your deck and you counter a spell. And usually you're doing this against really big spells, so you make them pay power, and they basically waste their turn doing nothing. And then you know what they want to do next turn. So really good counter in purple. Better than the hard bargain, I think. But because of this, people are running less hard bargain, so people are not playing around hard bargain anymore. So if you are playing purple, I do think you have to run at least one copy of hard bargain. We'll do Scrutinizing Sergeant, Foil, Poppy, Honey Fruit. Honey Fruit is basically a seal.
Yeah.
That enters exhausted. And if you have XP, it's energy and a power instead of just a power.
But it's better than a seal because it's any kind of power.
And then Gentle Gem Dragon. This is Rengars have been using this guy for a while because his effect. When you play me or another dragon, ready up to runes. So and then if you run the dragon deck of Rengar, you can make your dragons cheaper, and then you play dragons where you basically you can tap all your runes, play dragons, untap runes, and then you could just have infinite supply of runes for however long you need to use to make your Vi super huge. So that's really good. And then Ally, Eager Admirer, deflect, and then give everyone at the battlefield that she's at deflect. Really good card in the whole decks. Call to Battle. This card's version of challenge. This set's version of challenge. But you move a unit you control to a battlefield you control, and then you choose an opponent that they move a unit they control to the same battlefield. So it cannot be not so fasted, but it can be defied.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Vi, really good card. Ambush.
Yeah,
I think this is yellow's only ambush card.
I think so too.
And then when I attack, stun enemy unit here. So another good stun card for Leona, for yellow in general. It's really good, especially in the Vi deck itself, because you always want to stun to save your guy and then deal 3 excess damage to basically restand her to run away like a Lucian. And then we got Kha'Zix. Ooh, Ruination. Very nice.
Kill all units.
I use this in my Lux deck. It's very good. It hits everything, and it's so good. Very nice card.
Dude,
and this is the last pack that I got.
How did you run out of?
Because I've just been running. I just been opening packs
Grouping them.
yeah, opening packs and then just going through stuff that we already talked about.
Undying Legion. Oh, this is that Thrill of the Hunt Rengar. Rengar, crazy signature ability, not gonna lie. Banish a friendly unit and then play it, ignoring its cost. That is crazy, not gonna lie.
Definitely is.
So essentially you could play something on your turn, it's not ready, but then you can save this, and then as you know the other player goes, you can play this, banish your own guy, and ambush them basically. Alrighty, since Ethan's finished, I will... go ahead and open up all these guys as well. Let's do this. Put it face down so you guys can't see. And so as we're doing all of this, I honestly don't know why iTunes has got the fade in, fade out mechanism going on right now. It's kind of annoying me, but cool. Let's go through these fast. Ruin Rex, Neophyte, Mutated, Dramatic Hunter, Starcross, Bandle, Forge, Enthusiastic Promoter. I actually do like this one. Goes in a lot of decks. Well, plays nicely into Lee Sin, plays nicely into anything that really needs buffs, even Ivern. This, a foiled Ruined Rex, Irresistible Fatefolk. I also do like this card,
So good.
but I just not been able to utilize it as well as I want to.
It's so strong, bro.
Yeah.
If you have ambush, it's just so stupid. Basically, you play this turn 1. Whatever
you
your
just
opponent
save
plays
it.
next turn dies. So they just pass without doing nothing because they know it's going to die next turn.
I guess. Not really.
Well, they take that chance
Yeah,
of it dying.
they take the chance, yeah, for sure. But yeah, so I do like this. There's Vi. Let's do this set. We got Revna, Frisky, Inferna, Demacian, Isolate, Crimson, Flurry of Feathers. We have not done this, but this is basically another counter. And you can do, well, it can be a counter, or you can just play a bunch of unit cards here. Plays nicely into Iverns, Gento Gem Dragon, back off. This is basically, I like using this for the draw factor. So I always like playing it from my hand versus as a hidden, because if you don't do it from your hand, you don't get to do the draw effect. You just stun a unit, which I actually find very helpful. I think that a lot of decks are going towards one unit, like beef 'em up type attacker style deck. So this is really nice.
Ooh.
Safety Inspector foiled. Put it. Ooh. Ivern. Ooh, Blood Rose. I think this is goated, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I do think so too.
Yeah, so basically whenever you play a unit, you may pay 1 to get 1 XP, and then you can have this as an ongoing effect where you spend XP to ready units.
It's really strong.
I think that's super strong.
I do agree. I think it's OP.
It's one of those things where like, do I really need to kill that gear? Maybe, maybe not, but it's also like game changing too. Eclipse, Arena, Skyward, Ultra Soft, Roost, Dignitary, Blast Cone. Fresh Beans, this is nice. Plays nicely into the whole ambush mechanic. Every time you play a unit during a showdown, exhaust this to draw a card. Gallia. Oh, finally.
Master
Master Yi,
Yi.
legend.
Crazy ding, y'all. Crazy.
The overnumbered.
Pike.
This is Pike. Dude, it looks really nice.
So good, bro. Seems like you gotta play Pike, don't you?
I do honestly like the Pike ability already, so.
So good, bro. That's a good one. Looks so good, bro.
And
Man.
it's the last one.
That's your second to last pack?
Yeah,
Bro, what if you pull another one?
that'd be crazy. We got Jin.
Okay.
So this one different from the blue one that he showed earlier. Ganking, but whenever you move this Jin, you get to add 1 extra energy and power to your pool for that turn. Can be really good. Lilia, which we've seen.
Ooh, Poppy.
Poppy.
Very nice.
So you may spend 3 XP as additional cost to play me. If you do, I cost 3 less. And then it's ambush and tank, and she is a might power. Oh, so this is an ambush one. So Vi
I guess
isn't.
this is a second ambush, I guess.
I think Vi is still better though.
I do think so too. Because of the stun itself is so good.
Yeah.
But dang, bro. But these are the hits that we got so far. We got Rude Nation, Lilting Lullaby, Alpha Wildclaw, Void Assault, Red Brambleback, Diana, Alpha Strike, and then we got Rune, Body Rune, Alternate Art Jin, Mind Rune, and Alternate Art Diana. So I got this. This is a better box than most because they average 2 to 4 Alternate Art cards and 6. Usually only 6 epics, but I have 7 here. 2, 4, 6, 7.
Dang.
So a good box,
Yeah.
ratio wise.
For me, I had Poppy, the overnumbered Pike,
Crazy good.
Rengar signature, Rengar himself, Lilia, Baron, alternate art Ivern, signature of Pike, and then Gutter Palace. So I think according to Ethan's stats here, I got a pretty typical box then.
Yeah, usually you're only supposed to get like 2 to 4 alternate arts and 6 epics usually, but I think you only got 6 epics in that one. But you hit 3 alternate arts, so
Yeah.
you hit the Rengar, the Pike, and the.
Well, the Pike is just an overnumbered.
Well, Pike counts as an alternate art.
Oh.
So yeah, technically the alternate arts also count as over numbers
Oh, yeah, I guess.
because they're not part of. I guess it's not over number, but it has the same rarity as over numbers.
Yeah, I suppose.
But yeah,
Cool. Well, I'm gonna head off.
yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody who is coming back and listening to this after the fact.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out too, guys.
Yeah.
Took a while setting this up because trying to make everything as good as it can be. But next time it should be pretty fast, so hopefully we can stay on longer next time. But
Yeah.
thanks for hanging out, like Daniel said, and peace.
Peace. See you guys.
Boom.